Alright, so yes, welcome back to Crown of the Oathbreaker. Nice to be your DM again. So, in your quest to hunt down the Torques, you took a bit of a detour. Learned that the village of Willow Creek had a big, almost like a hedge around it, including the top of it. It claims some powerful creature called Roar was responsible for it and kept on demanding that its cubs be returned. Willow Creek does not have the cubs. Via some divine intervention by Orion, or divination at the very least, discovered it when they were on a cabin on the edge of the woods. Well, it led you to this abandoned lodge with a very, very one-sided combat with some people who were clearly beneath your pay grade. You killed one of them. I believe this guy is knocked out. They're all bound. And I believe the plan was to follow the cubs' lead and take them back to their mothers.
Yes.
Yes.
Incration wants the mother to have her revenge as desired. And I think it was Adai that Bo did talk with animals, so he's able to communicate, right? Or was that Vander?
Communicate with whom?
The animals?
The animals?
Was it you or
I think
Adai
that was Adai.
Okay, yeah, I thought it was Adai too.
It's got a concentration bubble on him, so I think that makes sense. All right, so so I assume you guys are marching, following the cubs' lead, in other words.
Yes.
All right, well, you're going to follow the cubs' lead. They're not going to follow your yellow line. They're going to head straight south through the forest. And let's have a look. Incration, roll me a d20, please.
Hello, do you hear me?
10. Yes,
Yeah.
hello.
Hey. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh, Adai, just in time. Okay, nothing much.
Sorry for that.
That's all right. Nothing much happens at the end of the first day. But I'm going to need some constitution saving throws and a survival roll, please. And the survival roll can be an
Sure.
advantage and a d4.
Yes, survival.
Oh my god, is it my turn to...
That's 26 for survival. Sorry, it's 25. 25 for survival.
Let's see if
Yep.
I can find my characters.
You find suitable food for Vander. And so far, so good on the con saves.
Yeah. A bit slow.
That's right.
Let's see.
Joss is just rebooting at the moment. Bone, buddy. Your new form is struggling to get through the forest. Maybe you poke your extra eye on your shoulder against a twig or something that knocks the wind out of you. Other than that, pretty good. We'll wait for Josh, who's rebooting his computer, to get back. Other than that, a fairly uneventful day. You rest for the night, and then you press on back through the forest. As I mentioned before, you have briefly seen the Thornwoods over here, which is like a tangled thicket of spiky vines and stuff. The King's Forest, by comparison, is relatively a lush green forest. But things have changed with the Midnight Curse. The King's Forest, while not thorny as the Thornwoods, kind of getting there. These puddles of purple rain and the thick vines growing out of them. The cubs race on. It's how are you just following them? Do you have them on a leash? What do you do?
Adai, you have talk with animals up if you want to have them just kind of like let us follow them. That way we can
How
protect them until we get to their mom.
How big are they?
They're big. They're not like little things. Maybe about the size of a Dalmatian. Dalmatian? No, that's not right.
Okay.
German Shepherd. Those big
Okay, yeah.
dogs.
So
That sort
yeah,
of
big
size.
enough that they need to, but basically they will walk by themselves.
Oh yeah, for sure.
We kind of try to keep them close to us and keep an eye on them, like hoping that they don't jump into death by themselves.
Well, they press on, lead you through the forest, and they're really picking up the pace. I think Adi, what do you do? Do you talk with them? What?
Yeah, well, I mean, they were talking. I mean, they were quite fluent, so they could talk. They were smart and so on.
Mama's close. Mummy, mummy, mummy.
You're gonna
mother,
visit your
mother.
mama soon. Maybe I think an important thing that you may want to tell your mama is that we help you and we release you because your mama loves you very much, and she may want to destroy us to protect you. So maybe it would be good if when he tries to do that, you tell her how much you like what we have done to you.
You're good. We like you. You're good. Mama.
You are also really good boys. Okay.
Make an animal handling check at advantage.
With what? With what?
Animal handling check at advantage with guidance.
Do I have advantage? Okay.
Yep, because you're speaking to them in their native tongue.
13.
Well, that's a good sleight of hand check.
Sorry. Yeah, sorry. Well, we're having the same, but.
Sure. Yeah. Well, I'm going to take the first roll because that's how it'll work if we're at a real table.
You have your guidance too.
Oh, yep.
D4 for you.
13 plus 15.
Yeah, 15.
They're threatening to pull away, but you keep them in tow. They're obviously getting close to their mama's place, and in fact, going to reveal something on the map here. Right here in the midst of the King's Forest is Grizzlier. Just lock that down. All right, and this is the scene before you. There's a very it'd be hard to miss. I know you can see the whole map, but what you find is the two cubs start rushing forward, and there's a thick wall of vines here, and they just dash inside of it. It's like some type of hallucination or something.
Or maybe it opened for them.
Okay. Just looking at it, it's very obviously an illusion, and they just run straight through the illusion.
I'm a pre-cast guidance on Adi.
We should be careful because it will not be strange if she attack us first. So please don't respond until we kind of try to diffuse the problem. I walk carefully after, and yeah.
Bring the prisoners first. Yeah, bring the prisoners.
Okay, so you march the prisoners forward. You hear a voice from inside say, "Enter."
Hello.
Good day.
Just 1 second. Inside,
They have 3 capsules.
you see a massive creature covered in vines. 3 very large grizzly bears, or black bears, I guess. And I'll move them back a little bit. So the creature has both her cubs kind of resting on her massively broad shoulders. And you hear the growly voice. Who are you?
Well, hi there. I'm in creation with the Uncanny Vagabonds, and these are my friends here. We brought these old bastards that kidnapped your cubs for you to do with you as you see fit. Fortunately, there's only 3 of the 4. I sent one of them to hell in the struggle, so I apologize for taking that revenge from you. But here's 3 of them.
So just Avgi manhandles the
Oh, yeah.
3 remainder men.
Look, we are travelers going west, but we were nearby. We were close to a city nearby, a small village indeed, and they told us that they have been punished for the calves, but they have nothing to do with this. These men, as my friend in Creation said, capture your calves. We don't know exactly why, but they are not villagers from the nearby village. They are just mercenaries traveling along this land. So we hope that this can solve the issue and you can release this poor village from the thorns that you have raised towards them.
One of the miscreants says, Look, that's not true. We were the ones who rescued the cubs. We were looking for a simple reward from you. And these people captured us and waylaid us on the way. It is not us that stole the cubs. It is these guys that stole the cub. Them.
I'm gonna bonk him on the head. Instead of listening to us bicker, why don't you just ask your children who saved them?
Only Adai? Yeah, only Adai would understand this. But you hear one of the cubs saying, That one hit me. And she points to this one. And Groar. How would Groar creatively kill them?
Are they speaking Sylvan?
The cubs are speaking pub language. This one's speaking just common. Can speak common.
Okay, because you say I would understand, so I thought maybe they were speaking a different language or something.
Okay. Just starts slashing, crunching. And does, also at an advantage, does more than enough damage. Just slices him up. And throws the corpse over here, and the 2 bears start devouring the corpse. And that one, Mama, that one kicked me. And we'll say that's a natural 20, more than enough. And this one is going to try and break free of its bonds. But doesn't. Sorry, what's that, Bone?
No, it's just mesmerizing. Big class.
Oh, I see. That one called me poopy head. I don't know if you're rolling damage. It's far too much for them. And she just slashes it. Throw the corpses to her bear's friends. And it says, Groar says, seems I have made a grave mistake. It seems as if I was perhaps too quick to judge. I owe you a debt of gratitude. What would you want of me?
Well, my friend Adai there said it best. We would like for you to release the town. The town had nothing to do with theft of your cubs. And if it's not too much to ask, have you seen them there, Hellhound Knights and that bitch of a queen? If you could, maybe use your powers to help protect the town from them.
That I can do. I will protect him as much as I can.
We will make sure to let the town know that you mean no harm and you will be its guardian.
Sorry, just looking up something. The vines that encase the town, they are already retreating. It is a powerful spell to invoke, but quite easy to dissipate. I will spend the next few days here, tending to my cubs. They are in not good health. Then I swear by the forest itself that I will protect Willow Creek from any intruders. You have my word. I feel... I owe you something personal. You could have returned these cubs to me dead, made up some type of excuse, but you brought them safely to where they are now. And he takes an amulet from around his neck and hands it to you. Please take this. May it guide you through paths that are perhaps unseen.
Many thanks.
And he hands you an amulet of Find the Path. I couldn't find the actual amulet, but allows you to cast this spell once a day.
With the material components or without it?
It's an item, no? Doesn't need the material components.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, it's just the amulet, so we should be able to cast it without the components because the spell's forged in the amulet.
Yeah, so components being spent, which is why I'm asking.
Yeah, it's like the rings of whiz and so on. That the materials are embedded into the item.
Yep,
I
will say it does say you need and an object from the location you wish to find.
Yeah, this for sure. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
So as long as you have that, as I said, I couldn't.
Okay, well, that
here
could
it
be
is.
interesting.
I did find it.
Gror, you seem to be a knowledgeable creature of these forests. Have you ever seen a strange tree with many eyes?
I know this forest like the back of my hand. I never venture far, from what some people call the King's Forest. But the forest belongs to no one. I have gone far and wide. I have seen trees. I've seen them grow from acorns into mighty oaks. I have never seen a tree with eyes.
We're searching for a path towards other realms, maybe the shadow realms themselves. We were hoping that maybe that tree could be in one of these forests.
Something has changed in recent times, and I must admit, I am concerned for the forest and dies and wilts, despite my tending to it. I've seen no such tree. I've seen no fey creatures, though I am familiar with them. I've seen the denizens of the forest, the wolves, the deer, the elk, the owls, the birds, all slowly dying, all mutating into something that I cannot prevent. It breaks my heart.
There is a hex spell on this land. We don't know whether it will be possible to remove it, but we are trying. We can promise you that.
I will do what I can. Let me know how I may aid you.
Thinking we were searching for someone. There was one door which we could not. We didn't know where to find it. No, I remember we had no clue about it. Trying to.
The handouts, I believe.
Let's open it.
There we go.
The clay one, no? The clay door.
Yep. No idea.
We are trying to get on track to find ancient torques of power that were critical for the function and use of and for the entrance into the arcane tower. There is one which is highly missing, so we cannot find any clue about it. It was once used and were by Lord Earth Vistas, the so-called dragon friend.
Many people who come to the forest come to chop and kill and eat and destroy and ravage. You folks are amongst the kindest of the humanoids that I have come across. But there is one other. His name is Cygnus. Cygnus and I are friends. Cygnus has been a friend to the King's Forest. I do not have the answers to your questions, but I suggest you seek out the man called Cygnus. He could perhaps have the answers for you.
That's a really good tip. Where can we find that man? Is he nearby the King's Forest? Or maybe we need to travel farther?
He travels far and wide. I believe he makes his abode at the Lodge of Wanderlust, though he does travel. Seek him out at the Lodge of the Wanderlust, which you're kind of heading to anyway, so that's convenient.
Mm-hmm.
Anyone, I assume you want the amulet of Find the Path.
Yes. Which requires attunement, so at the moment I think we take it. We may need to use it at some point. This might be really useful if we want to go to a particular place, but as you indicated, we need to have at least something from there.
I'll have to homebrew that up, so we'll just remember that you have it for now. Are you asking about the Satyr King or the Fae stuff? I think we kind of covered that, right?
Oh yeah, I just I was checking if Grora knew something about it. Not Bone asking, because Bone's not that good at lore stuff. Just me saying if the others would ask about it.
Yeah, so I asked it for the at least the tree with the many eyes, which is the entrance to the Fair Realm, as far as we
Yeah.
can tell. And I've seen it in my dreams. And then about at least the one torque that we cannot locate, and this is
Yeah.
this probably this Cygnus Cygnus clue. Maybe it's not a bad idea to ask a little bit more about the hex. Do you know anything else? Have you ever seen such spell cast in this land, or which type of creature could do that?
I do not know the answer to that question. It is a question the forest itself is asking. Who or what is doing this? I do not know. I have walked this land for centuries. I've survived the Dark Angels. I survived a theocracy because they never came to me. They were too scared. But I've never seen anything like this. Unless it is stopped, my forest will die. And I cannot abide by that.
Oh, well, don't worry, we can't either. We're working on putting an end to this. The curse, not your forest.
I understand context, but thank you.
So, how many torques do we have here? Mithril, stone, and one more?
Iron.
Iron, yeah. Thank you.
You got one, it was eventually in Darkstone. You got one from Darkstone. You got one from the
Nangrath?
Nangrath? Oh, but that was the one for Darkstone.
Oh, that was
as the
Darkstone.
Connected, right?
Okay.
Yeah. And then one from the Heroes of Virtue.
Which is over there. And one from the Queen. And
Yeah.
you know that
One from the Heroes of Virtue.
Yeah, and you know that one of them, the lawgiver of Harveston has it, but he's gone a wandering. And you're hoping one's in Gorso, and then the final one, maybe Cygnus knows something about it. And I think once you have that... So Harveston's wandering. Odinberry you've got. Smokestone. You assume it's in the Smokestone mines, but you don't know. Gorso, you're hoping one's in Gorso. Don't know about the clay one. And you've got the stone one, so... Well on your way. Gror says, you look weary from your travels. Please stay here. See out the night at least.
Well, we thank you for your kindness. That's mighty nice of you.
This.
I do have to say, with your permission, if I would be able to go out in the morning and hunt a small creature. My associate Vander here, he has a thirst for. Let's just be truth. He has a thirst for blood, and that's the only way to satisfy him. Meat won't do.
Personally, in Croatian, it's the other way around. Meat is perfectly fine. Bloods, yeah, it's cool and everything, but meat, that's where it's at.
My apologies, I got it mixed up. So fresh meat, he can't have cooked or day-old meat. It needs to be fresh.
What do you do with these animals after you kill them?
Well, I bury their remains, and if there's any fur or anything like that, we make sure to put it used and give it to a nearby town, the shelter from the rain.
Do not bury the corpse. The forest itself will recycle it. Other creatures may feast. It is a circle of life. Burying it where it's hard to find is disrespectful. Don't do that.
I apologize. I didn't know that. It's my fault for assuming the customs of those of us that are humanoid. So I apologize.
There
You
is
have opened
no,
my eyes to some insight.
There is no shame in ignorance, only imposing it on others. You have my permission. Just treat it with respect. And here,
Thank
if you clays flesh, and he chucks over an arm of one of the guys to you, Vander.
I mean, to be fair, that's probably what some of the other ones are doing at the moment.
Vander is going to look down at the arm laying before his feet. He's going to look at the others and be like, shrug, pick up the arm. Is this what's it come to? Really? Well, what do you guys think? Is this something you're frowning upon?
Vander, our host has given you a gracious meal. Eat it out of respect.
I agree. Meat is meat in that regard.
When it comes to you, Vander, you are a special case. Do not dishonor our host.
Grorar is the one that threw the arm, right?
Yep. I mean, one of the bears was eating it, and it kind of took an arm that had been chewed off by the bear and threw the best part of an arm.
If it would be better, I can cook it for you. And
I think it's.
I'll put a reduced flame up in my hand.
Vander's just gonna be, shrug and be like, I think it's fine the way it is. If it's the customs of the bears, who am I to turn that offer away and disrespect it? Vander is going to walk up to Grorer. He's going to try to pull up, share the piece of meat in two. And he's going to take one piece for himself and hand the other piece to Grorer. And he's just going to say, would you do me the honor of sharing this meal with me?
Much appreciated. Poor Celis all smiles. Not only was he killed, not only it's been dished out in portions.
He's been mauled, dished out in portions.
It's not all smiles anymore, I tell you that much. All right. No, I'm interested. So, Vander, absolutely, you can eat the arm, the human arm. I'm interested. You have a craving for it, that much is obvious, and you seek it out. But do you enjoy it? Do you enjoy eating the raw meat, or is it just something you need to do? Is it more like, I've never been addicted to any illicit drugs, but I imagine it's that you crave it, and you crave it, but you don't really enjoy it? So how does Vander approach this whole situation that he's in? Does he enjoys it? Does he hate it?
Oh, I do really want to do this just to make things more interesting, though. Anyone want to try to beat that?
I'll try.
Yep, and Creation don't really care.
Guidance.
Then this is something you can really guide.
Oh, darn
It's
it.
naturally inciting it. Vander, what truth are you are you doing? Because everyone's going to believe you, it seems.
Well, it's kind of hard to see, but I guess the only clue you're getting from Vander is that after he's eaten the piece of human flesh, he's going to lick his fingers clean of the juices that's remaining.
Lovely. Okay. So feel free to long rest up as you spend the night in the cave of Grar. I love that name, Grar. Morning comes. And According to Gror, Willows Creek should be free from the canopy, the vines that are put over it. Gror says, thank you once again. I have much to tend to. And you have my word that I will do with everything within my power to take care of the residents of Willow Creek. Farewell.
May we meet again, my friend, under better circumstances.
If this curse is lifted over this land, please do come visit.
Just, I will make sure the Uncanny Vagabonds know to treat you in the forest with respect.
That is all I ask. So you make your way, but where were you guys headed? To Willow Creek, I assume?
I trust Grar, maybe Gorso?
I would actually go. Orion would like to try to go to Willow Creek real fast.
Okay. Oh, sure.
Yeah, I think the idea was to stop by there and then come back to our way.
A little proselytizing and preaching.
Maybe.
So, hunting respectfully, hopefully, in Kracion. And Constitution saving throws, please.
Yeah.
Oh, you keep on just dodging it. It's only 1 point of exhaustion because you rested, got it back, and then exhausted again.
24 for hunting?
Okay, yep.
Okay.
Good enough. And Adai and Kracion. Not poisoned, exhausted. And the DC's 15. And what have roll for random encounters, but you do return to the town of Willow Creek. Willow Creek is doesn't have a forest canopy over it. It's still not in a good place. I mean, the farmlands around it are flooded. Things are not good. But you see the town trying to get back to a semblance of normality. But it's difficult.
Before Orion starts his preaching, I'll just let the town know, don't worry, the town is safe, everybody. The bear Grar is actually going to be the town's guardians. So, if you see him, have no fear. He is here to help. Treat him and his kin with respect. Do not draw weapons, do not be hostile toward him.
The town leader we've just lost. Let's try that again. Ranger by the name of Rowan. Did we run this time? Come here, Rowan. I think you met Rowan, maybe not, just briefly when you were saving Ira all those sessions ago. And Rowan says, were you responsible for this? Were you responsible for Grorar the Owlbear to remove these thorns that encased our village?
Well, not just me, but all of my allies here. Adai, Bone, Orion, Vander,
Bones,
all of
Bones
us.
not there. He's I don't think you should bring him into the city or the town.
No, I'm naming.
Oh
all
yeah,
of it.
yeah.
Yeah.
Don't scare the children, Bone. Or the adults, for that matter. Or the adults.
Yeah.
It seems as if Willow Creek is in your debt. I mean, the curse of the vines has left, but this blasted rain continues to pummel us. But we will survive.
Just, remember, Gror is now the town's guardian. Do not draw alarms if you see him. If you hunt the forest, out of respect, you leave the animal out. Do not bury it. Where it's the circle of life, it is the way of the forest. Gror told us so.
Perhaps this is a conversation we need to have with this Gror creature itself. But traditionally, we've been a farming and a logging town. I'm not sure how he'd feel about us cutting trees, but that's perhaps a conversation between us. Now, I know you've done a lot for Willows Creek. You've done a lot to gain us an ally in these cursed times. But please, if there's any aid you can give, if there's any help, please. There's fallen on my shoulders to protect this town. We are thirsty, we are hungry, we are starving, and I'm not sure how much longer we can survive. Please, any help, please.
Oh, Orion, that's your cue.
Yes. Perhaps I can assist by referring to the Redeemer in this particular case. As you may realize, we are in dark times. Hope runs quite small, but I have been traveling around city to city, and there is a small hope that is building. Perhaps a light at the end of the tunnel. If you will allow the Redeemer to fulfill this land over there and people to unite together all across of Aglarion, you may see true miracles. Now, perhaps with your plight, I can ask of the Redeemer maybe of a solution to your temporary problem.
Listening?
I will ask of the Redeemer, perhaps maybe a way for you to forge a relationship with this Gwar. Maybe on the combination with its ability to command the forest. And what is not, it might be able to counterbalance the effects of the rain. However, I've already seen that the forest itself is dying. It would create a tremendous amount of power, so it would have to be only for a temporary time. But perhaps with you working together, with the blessing of the Redeemer, of course, perhaps we could see it through until the hopefully timely end of this curse.
Speak of the Redeemer. I'm sure I do not need to mention to you what the Redeemer did, what his disciples did when they had too much power. Traditionally, we've relied on the Eternal Mother to guide us in our paths. And you promise alliances. You promise that this Groral will work with us. Make a religion check if you like.
Okay, religion. Oh, that's not good.
You have promised us a lot. You have promised us a relationship with this Groar character. Perhaps the Redeemer speaks too much into your ear because you perhaps did not hear me correctly. We are hungry, we are thirsty, we are starving, and we are dying. None of your proletizing has fixed any of that.
You say that it has not necessarily fixed anything, but what more do you have to look for other than just the fact that you come to me with aid? I will offer you that aid. I have the ability to have the Redeemer's ear. So if you would give me a moment, I will ask of my Redeemer if there is a way to show his all-powerful grace for each of you. I understand your plight. You see, I know of this quote-unquote theocracy that, let us say, left a lot of people with a bad taste in their mouths when it comes to the Redeemer. It was not the Redeemer that plunged this land into dark times. It was the evilness and wickedness of those disciples who were not following the ways of the Redeemer, but of their own selfish volition. I am here to show the true light of the Redeemer. The Redeemer craves not necessarily for power, only to bring the light to the people that actually dwells inside all of us.
Forgive my impatience. My heart is breaking for these people. What can you practically do for us? As I said, forgive my impatience. You have helped us, but I am desperate for my people.
Well, let me ask my God, the Redeemer, to show me perhaps maybe a clue to help you. And I will cast divination. Redeemer, what is it that the people can do to help temporarily ease their suffering in this moment in time?
You see a vision of the people of Willow Creek with no other option, going deep into the King's Forest, finding animals, some almost looking like Bone does now, with an extra arm or an extra leg or extra eyes, like mutated in some ways. And it's not healthy for them to eat, but it's at least something for them to eat. Your vision then shifts again, and you see them standing around a fallen member of Willow Creek, them looking at each other, thinking those terrible thoughts that shall not be spoken, i.e. the cannibalism option. You guys still hearing me?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Because my roll 20 just went weird. Like, I don't see any other players in the game.
Mine did the same thing.
Yeah,
I don't see
miss
my
weird as
stuff.
well.
Oh, they just
Nice
reappeared.
Weird.
Yeah, I had a message at the top left. It said like connection error.
Must be some
Something.
glitch server side. So that's what the divination tells you. This is how they can survive. Hunt in the forest for mutated creatures. And when that fails, the unspeakable option. What does your god tell us? What can your god provide?
The Redeemer has shown me a way. Now, be real wary. These are dark times, but he shows you how you can survive. Deep into the forest, there is an ability to find some creatures. Maybe perhaps not necessarily what you once remembered, but quite affected by this cursed rain. However, if you were to slay such creatures, they should provide at least enough temporary food for maybe a few days. However, as we both know, that would only go but so far. The Redeemer has shown me that you may have to do some things that may unnerve you. But please, hear the Redeemer in this particular case. It might seem to be an awful option. The true hope of the matter is you can continue to survive until the end of this cursed curse. You may have to, perhaps, are the ones that do not make it, whether it's from dying of illness or whatnot. But you may have to feast upon their bodies as well. But if you want to survive, this is what the Redeemer has shown me that is your opportunity. Now, you can take that to your grave if you want to and go about your own way. But the Redeemer has shown me that you can come out of this even if you have to do some of the things that you once thought were unspeakable.
Rowan pauses for a bit, and a tear escapes from the side of his face. This is the option that is in the back of everybody's mind, though nobody speaks about it. Your Redeemer tells me things that were in the back of my mind. And he just shakes his head, struggling for words, as he knows this is a practical option, but it's a terrible option at the same time. He finally composes himself and says, well, thank you once again. If you wish to rest inside Willow Creek, we can share what rations we have with you. You are more than welcome to stay the night. Or longer if you want.
I so can't do something else if you can at least help with the thirsty part. I see that your water is somewhat contaminated. However, if you could collect some of it, I can take the next few, hours, and I can purify them. At least you would have something good to drink instead of the cursed rainwater that is you find yourself.
As you say this, the locals, I mean, a common thing would be to collect water in buckets just when it's raining, right? It's nice and easy. They all start collecting buckets and buckets of cursed water, and they bring it to you. And I assume you're casting Purify Food and Water?
Yes.
How many times can you do that? Are we talking?
Let's see. It's a first level spell, so I can do 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Does it upcast with the second or third level? I don't know.
You can upcast it, but I don't think it has any additional effects. You're just burning an upcasted slot.
But yeah, I would probably burn, during the day, I would burn, all the spell slots I had.
Sure.
In order to get as much water as clean as possible for the town.
I'll put it this way. As much as they can carry in buckets and other containers, even barrels they empty out, there is more than enough spell slots, I guess, to purify as much water as they can bring to you.
Now, probably best to keep it out of the rain so it does not get contaminated.
They bring it back into the houses. After you do this, roll me a d10 and add 5 to it. Orion, a d10 and add 5 to it.
7 plus 5, that's 12.
12 locals come to you and they ask you questions about the Redeemer. They emphasize how much they've relied on the Eternal Mother, but the Redeemer has done something practical. The Redeemer has given them water to survive for a while at least. And we don't need to roleplay this out unless you want to, but they're more than happy to listen to stories of the Redeemer. And effectively, you've converted 12 of the locals.
All right. Yeah, we don't have necessarily. I would say that part of the thing, because Orion's starting to realize that obviously a lot of these people don't like the Redeemer because of the theocracy. So he actually, as he's kind of talking to these people, he's explaining how it was because he was originally there and how it was supposed to be and how he saw the turn. So to try to get them, that's sort of how he's trying to get the light for them to understand, oh, this is not how it was originally. It got changed somehow.
They're receptive to the idea. And that's it, yeah. The cult of Orion? The cult of the Redeemer? The religion of the Redeemer? Probably Not very cult-like, not at the moment anyway. But yes, Orion, you've done a good thing. You have people in Willow Creek and indeed Nangrath as well. Maybe Gorso is next on your list. Regardless, you rest up in Willow Creek. Spirits have been lifted a little bit. At least people are have been water to drink. The next morning comes, and the morning awaits.
I suppose we head to Gorso.
Okay.
Or so
Yeah.
sounds good to me.
To Gusso it is.
No, never mind. We're not really crossing the bridge, or are we walking past it? Are we following the road down south from Willow Creek, then following the roads westwards?
Would be faster, I think.
If I'm not mistaken, didn't you guys make a deal at the Asser Bridge? Something about lowering the toll to pass through?
Yes, I do remember that. That was when he looks over to Bone, who used to be Avgi. I think it was Avgi who made his presence felt amongst the crew. They could just drop by to see if they are honoring their commitment.
Bone help?
Bone, yes, Bone could help Avgi in that particular case. If they are not doing what they're supposed to, Bone smash.
Smash. Bridge?
No, people who are in charge of bridge.
Smash people.
Only if they are disobeying for what Avgi originally told them.
Okay.
Okay. So you head south on from Willows Creek, along the King's Road. You know, this is almost the artery of Oathbreaker. It's abandoned, no one's going to the road. And you look across to the east at Oathbreaker. It looks perfectly normal. Though you know it is far from normal. Okay. Let's say Bone or Chris, roll a d20, and everybody else make your survivals and your con saves, please.
Yep. Oh, wow.
23 for survival.
These rolls.
Oh, what the hell? Nice.
And Kracian, so close.
Let's say this might be... Let's say this isn't with advantage, but I'm just testing out my dice. 14. So...
Didn't you roll a net 20?
Oh, no, that was...
yeah, but the Constitution save.
Oh.
That is
Come up.
interesting.
Let's see.
Yeah, I can't even see the roll.
Is your actual
Let's see,
dice,
try again.
Chris, that are linked?
Yeah, for some reason won't work now, but strange. I'll just roll it
Take your word for it, though.
without using them, I suppose. Yeah, it's a 14.
Roll me a D100 twice.
D100 twice. So let's see,
68 and 5.
68 and 5, yeah.
Actually, roll me one more time.
Ooh,
Because you've done one of them before.
One more.
D100.
maybe like
Okay. Just the one or two?
Just the one. Just the one D100.
Yeah.
'cause I've already done that one.
That's 56.
Everyone roll me a d20, please. I'll roll for Incration.
One important point for in case something happens, I cannot be surprised.
No, mechanically no, but this will be surprising. Did we get everybody? Yes. Adai, make me a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, okay, that's my favorite. Okay, that's really good.
Lightning storm overhead is picking up pace. You can almost feel the static electricity in the air. And then Adai, a massive lightning bolt hits you and lights you up. You manage to dodge out the way, and you only do 22 points of damage.
Ouch. Damn it. I looked at my metal armor. Maybe not the best idea to have in a store. We should try to get some protection from the storm. There's not single tree apparently in the near future. Damn it.
Tower!
It hurts, Bone.
That'd be good. 12.
No! Tower!
You want to
Enter?
maybe... Is it getting worse and worse, Malcolm?
The weather's getting worse. You seem that like the heart of the storm is drifted away from you. You're not fearing lightning bolts at the moment.
Okay.
But just a
Well, if
moment, a few minutes after you're zapped by a lightning bolt, notice a covered wagon being led by two very bedraggled horses heading in your direction. They may be 200-300 feet away at the moment.
Okay. Do we see who is on top of the wagon, or?
Make your perception check, and it's heading in the direction of Oathbreaker, so it would cross your paths if you keep on going in the same direction.
No, sorry, forget about that. I don't know why I did that.
Wisdom save. That's a long click away from perception.
Yeah, I went to wisdom. I don't know why.
The humanoids inside of the caravan. There is one kind of guiding the horses at the front with a little canopy over the top. And that's all you see. There's just one person cannot see into the covered wagon. And they're slowly going in this direction.
Yeah, so I think we're gonna stop it because either just to tell them that there's a risk to go on a bit, or in case they're actually bringing something important for the queen. Either way, we would like to stop it. So we're gonna try to stop the caravan.
Okay, so the caravan's struggling through the mud, eventually makes it to you, and you see a human male covered in a thick leather jacket and almost like a cowboy hat on his head. You're on our way, friend. We're on our way to Oathbreaker. Please step aside. I have important cargo.
What are you bringing to Oathbreaker? Did you hear? Chaos is breaking this city in pieces. What are you bringing there?
He looks around, sees twisted vines on farmlands. He sees the very landscape getting perverted. And he says, my friend of Oathbreaker is cursed. Will join the rest of the land. At least there is safe haven there, I hear. Houses still stand. Uh,
What are you bringing, my friend?
before I answer that, you understand my caution. Are you here to rob me? Are you here to
Not at all.
block my path?
Not at all. We are worried about what's going on in these lands. Some people are. Maybe their trust is.
Who do
Sorry,
you serve, friend? Who do you serve?
We serve this land. We serve this kingdom. At least what it was before.
Make a persuasion check.
What it has become.
Make a persuasion check.
That's. I don't know why I'm talking with these people. A 15 could be worse.
If you serve the land as it was before, then you have a friend in us. I am taking my family to Oathbreaker to keep them safe. This covered wagon won't last forever. My cargo is my family. And you see he pushes open the wagon so you can see the side, and there's his wife and 3 small children, all under the age of 10.
And Malcolm, how much was the price to get into the city after the guards decided to skyrocket?
It was free entry before.
Or was going outside? There was some price we had to go to cross the gates, no? At some point.
Well, you know that it's you're talking gold pieces as opposed to silver pieces.
Mm-hmm.
So you think maybe 10 would be enough to get them in?
Okay. Do you have gold with you? The guards are charging overplus to anyone trying to enter the city.
Gold we do not have, my friend. We have my wagon and my family. We've come all the way from Harveston, hoping for better news in Oathbreaker.
Well, you may be right that the buildings are standing, but I don't know for how long life will sustain. Some people survive north into the Willow Creek. We know them well. They may not have a lot of resources, but they are good people. And they have a forest nearby to hunt in. In any case, if you decide to go to Oathbreaker, I don't think you will find what you seek, but take that, my friend, and good luck. And I hand him a small bag with... how many people are they?
No, 5 altogether.
5. I give like 50 gold pieces.
My friend, your generosity is appreciated. I will take your advice and will turn north to Willow Creek. Perhaps we'll find safe haven there. Good day to you.
Tell them that that you met in creation vendor, Bone and Ade. They may know. They know as well, and I think they will be kind to you.
He nods, takes it, and moves. Well, he moves north. You don't.
We'll continue west.
And you notice that, of course, they are not suffering from the effects of the Midnight Curse. They are in a covered wagon for traveling.
We used to do too, but somehow we decided to stop at some point.
Yeah, where did we leave our wagon?
Oh,
I mean, it was destroyed, but we never recovered a new one.
Where's your wagon from? I don't think you have a wagon, do you?
I think it broke down, no?
Yeah, maybe.
We did have one earlier though, but I don't think we brought it along. I think we had it when we went to the tomb of the constructor.
Yeah, but I think we lost it somehow. I think it was destroyed. Didn't we have like a lot of snakes or something like that? Like something crazy happened?
Yeah.
That's right. On the way back from the Tomb of the Constructor, the random encounter was a bunch of snakes, and then we ended up setting it on fire.
Oh.
That's true.
So we may want to.
Oh yeah, put it down.
We may want to revisit that idea.
This is almost a temptation thing. There's a wagon defended by weak people heading away from you. You
I mean,
gonna let it go?
Yeah, I think we can take another one from someone else.
You continue along the King's Road. The mud here is particularly thick. Can I have all of you make me a survival check, please?
All of us.
Yeah, every one of you. Yep.
Guide myself.
Ooh.
17.
There it worked. 10.
Did I roll? I don't know why I didn't roll.
Okay. So let's have a look. Incration?
17 with guidance.
Yeah, I'm just talking to myself. It's not something that mechanically makes sense that you'd have the wherewithal to cast guidance on yourself, so I'm going to make it a 14.
Oh, it's an.
Now this is not a hunting test. This is something else again. Though while we're at it, why don't you hunt for some food for Adai, for Vander. So do that survival check. This is a different one. You can guide that one. And you're invisible, so advantage. 20 is a DC, so even out the guidance. You watch as you're trekking through this mud. You're watching Kracian fall deep into the mud, out of sight. Bone follows him, and they disappear.
Ew.
And we're going to leave it on that for just a moment, as we're going to take a short break. That you've been sucked into the mud, and we'll see where that happens. And it's Bone
Ew.
and Cratius. maybe that's the name of your son. Okay, let's take 5, guys, and I'll see you guys in a bit.
All right, sounds good.
Okay, bye. All right. So, as I said, as you're wandering through across these very, very muddy plains, you watch, I guess, Adai and Vander and Orion watch as Incration and Bone just get sucked below the mud. Now I'm going to, well, we'll get to Bone and Incration as a second. The rest of you, what do? You seem to get sucked down below the mud.
Well, what can we do though? Is it happening like in an instant or?
Yeah, before you can really react, it's almost they're just there one moment and you see them flailing their hands trying to desperately to hold their progress on the mud, but it's hopeless. And they just disappear. And you look at the spot where they disappeared and it's as if no person was there. Just the mud just pulls up whatever hole they might have created. Yep.
I shout their names and get something to try to dig into the mud.
Make a persuasion or intimidation just to see how well you yell. Your choice.
It doesn't matter. I'm equally bad.
Equally bad. I'll put it this way, there's no response.
Well, that's worrying. Vander wants to do a little science experiment. Wants to kind of find a stone or maybe a branch or something that's a little bit of size, and then try to throw it into the area where they disappeared to see if he can try to decipher what's happening.
Just make me an acrobatics check to see how accurately you can throw the rock or the branch or whatever.
Oh, that's so bad. That's a 2.
It bounces in an approximate area where they sunk. They sunk in different places, so you choose one of them and it appears as if it's just like you're standing in the mud. It doesn't sink, it doesn't go down, it just like a stick in the mud. That's what it is.
Do we hear anything from them? Like they
Go perception
crying or shouting?
Perception check.
Okay. No, forget that. 12.
12.
Let's see. Perception.
Oh, not you, Bone. We'll get to you
Oh,
in a
yeah.
sec, Bone, because you're in the mud and they're trying to listen for you in the mud.
Oh yeah, that's true.
You don't hear anything. Now I'm going to quickly switch over to Incration and Bone. It's Bone and Incration. So Bone and Incration, you should see something. Do you see something?
Oh yeah.
Mhm. I don't see Bone with me. If that's not the case, then cool.
No, that's not the case.
Okay.
And I'm actually going to suggest we go over to voice channel 2, just to leave the air of
Oh.
mystery up a little bit. So let's pop over to voice channel 2. The rest of you, talk amongst yourselves. Yeah, just give me 1 second. That. Okay, so you find yourself sucked through the mud. And you find yourself in almost these underground tunnels. And you kind of pop out, you fall a short distance. And you're in some type of tunnel system. What do you do? And no Incration, you don't see Bone and vice versa.
Oh, Bone's gonna just shout at the top of his lungs, "Friends!" Where? And he's gonna just start walking around a bit aimlessly. Friends?
In Kracion, you do hear Bone calling your name from the north. So you feel as you head north, you'd probably get him.
Yep, I'm head that way then. Oh, well, first I'll wipe as much mud off me as I can, and then head that way.
Roll for initiative.
Oh.
Twice since my I don't have to roll twice because of my exhaustion. A natural 1 is gonna be the lowest I can get.
All right. Okay. Turns out this loud shouting is maybe not the best of ideas.
Oops.
I mean, it's what Bone would do.
I know. It's great. And some creatures appear. One right in front of you almost comes out of the wall as if it's burrowing through the wall. And two more surround you like that. And...
Oh, 3, 2, 1? What?
Oh my goodness. They have a +0 yet when they rolled a 1, 2, and a 3. So... Alright, Evgie, so these creatures come out of the walls of the tunnel. And they don't look nice. What do you do, Evgie?
He's gonna have this axe and go, like bugs! And he's gonna just rush for the closest one, bonus action rage. And yeah, it's gonna attack it recklessly. He's immune to critical hits now, so that's good.
Really? That's cool.
Yeah.
So it's literally impossible to crit you?
Yeah.
Oh, neat. Okay.
Well, it will hit automatically, but I guess you won't get the added dice or extra effects from it, I suppose.
Okay, well that
let's
hits
see.
this strange creature. So 27 definitely hits.
Yeah, let's see. Ah, there it works. So that's 11 damage, some of it lightning.
It's
And
14 damage plus rage, isn't it?
Oh, let's see. 11. Oh yeah, it's 11 for the D12. It didn't add a D4 somehow. It's a 1, so 12 plus 3, that's 15.
See, it didn't roll 20. It says 11 slashing damage and 3 lightning damage for a total of 14.
Oh yeah, it does. Yeah. 14 plus rage, that's 17. Yeah. So it does work.
Okay, it does work as you cut a piece of this creature.
Oh yeah, I'm gonna keep cutting. Ooh,
18 hits as well.
nice. This time it didn't work for some reason. Plus a D4.
That's strange.
So 23 damage.
Oh, another mighty blow on the creature. It recoils back, but it's still up. Alright.
Yeah, that's gonna be my turn.
Okay, in Kracion, with your 6, you go second. It's this creature
I see the...
scuttling towards you.
Okay, see the one in front of me? We'll steady aim and fling a card at him.
29 hits.
For 31 damage.
Alright, another massive blow. Does not does not fall. The creature survives. That's what I'm trying to say. The one next to you is going to attack you at advantage, Avgi or Bone. Is it? What would be more sensible? No, actually, it takes a huge deep breath and then sprays a sticky, burning thing right at your face. Avgi, make me a Dexterity saving throw, which I think you'll have advantage on. Danger sense.
Yeah. No. I think it succeeds.
That does not succeed, but you still get sprayed for the acid, and you can take half of that. 16 points of damage.
Oh, that's rough.
And actually, both of you make 2 more dexterity saving throws because they're always spraying acid on you. That's going to be their turn. So 1 more bone and Incration. That's a pass.
You said dex save?
Dex save, yep.
So if I pass, I take 0 damage with evasion.
You do.
Let's see. 113 and 124.
Okay, so Incration take no damage, and Bone take half of this.
I think I rolled calm, so let's see, -5. Yeah, I failed the 1 anyway, so yeah.
So what was your actual dexterity save then? It was 19?
Yeah, an 8 and a 19.
You take half of this again, so another 17 points of damage. And they both scuttle forward and get right up next to you. And another approaches you from the south, Incration, burrowing through the tunnels. Or should I roll that into initiative? And get this one as well. Okay, so we're at the top of the turn order. So this one scuttles out from behind you, Incration, and it's going to try and bite you.
Okay.
Or was it 24?
Yeah, that'll do it.
You take 10 slashing and 2 acid.
I'll uncanny dodge that for
Sure.
6.
But you are caught in its pincers. It's got a grip on you. Yeah, so you're restrained. Well, it's not restrained, but you are
not
restrained. Okay, Evgi. What do you do?
Yeah, I'm gonna bonus action use Necrotic Shroud. And let's see, I've decided. Oof. Get in my Dark Angel form.
Such a
I have to do a Charisma saving throw, or become frightened.
Oh, they both roll 16s. Is 16 good enough?
Yes.
Huh? You're not very charismatic.
Okay.
I rolled 18 twice. I'll give myself a cheer for that.
Natural 20!
Whoa. Well, I'll get the extra damage anyway, so I'm gonna just attack the almost dead one with recklessly advantage. Should get it.
Does.
No matter
Go
what
ahead
I
and
roll, I
make me
think.
another dexterity saving throw, please.
Oh.
You take no damage, but as you die, the corpse kind of explodes and all this acid sprays everywhere, but you manage to dodge it, so no damage.
And I'll walk a bit around on my bone wings and attack this one with advantage.
18 hits.
Yep. Oh, maximum. That's 19. 22 damage total. Plus. No, never mind. 22.
I wonder why it only did lightning damage that first roll you did. It's strange.
Yeah, it's
Anyway.
strange. It worked and then didn't. So, yeah.
Okay, so nice rageful hits regardless.
Roll for initiative.
Incration. Oh, that's not the right button. Don't know why I pressed that button. Incration.
All
grappled,
right.
restrained
Well,
in this creature's pincers. Disadvantage on your attacks.
Yep. Let's see here. So we're gonna go ahead and shift the odds, and I'm going to disappear in a puff of cards, and I can go 120 feet, so I can just go to here where I can see. I need a dex save from the creatures, please. DC is going to be 15. 15, yes.
They both fail.
They both take 4d10 force damage. 19.
One you've already damaged explodes in the pool of acid, and the other one does not. But does take the damage.
Cool. I see. I'm no longer restrained. I see my buddy Bone. Bone, don't worry. I'm here, friend. I'm coming.
No.
One behind me.
Right.
And I still have my action, so I'll throw a card.
One next to Evgi.
Yep, one next to Evgi, and one next to Bone.
Okay.
14?
14 misses.
How much movement did I use? I was here. Okay, I still got a little bit more. I'll get all the way to here. Okay. That's
Okay.
the turn.
All right. So, one comes scurrying down from the north. Needs a dash action to get there, so that'll be its turn. That one is dead. This one, however, is not. Evgi, roll me a d6.
Yep. 3.
No, that's not gonna recharge its acid spray. So it goes in to bite you at advantage. Would roll a natural one, but it turns into a 24. Since you're raging, you take 5 slashing and 1 acid, so 6 points of damage. And you're restrained in its pincers. It's gonna start dragging you backwards. Like this. This drags you backwards. Okay, the other one. I'm scurrying up to there. And Evgi, your turn.
Bone not like. He's gonna try to just, frantically swing his axe about. So straight, I suppose.
Straight, yep. Yeah, that hits.
So, 10, 13, 15, plus another 4 from my angel form, so that's it. Plus 3, 12. Math, let's see. 3, that's
16?
10. Yeah. Yes, thank you. 16 damage.
Okay.
Some necrotic and some lightning.
Yeah.
And
Still
I guess a final one. Hopefully.
That's a miss.
Oh, oof. Yeah. Oh well. Bonus action. He's just going to just direct some of his ire a bit mindlessly. Let's say this thing. He's gonna do telepathic terror and use a rage bonus action as a. Yeah, he has to succeed on a wisdom saving throw, DC 15, or become charmed, and has disadvantage on attack rolls, ability checks, and saving throws for 1 minute, yada yada.
So it is charmed. So it's charmed by you, so it's not going to attack you?
Yeah, it can, but it's a special kind of charmed. It means it has disadvantage on attack rolls, ability checks, and saving throws. So, yeah.
Okay,
it
got
can attack me, I think.
All right.
If it fails the saving throw.
It did.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, great. Very cool. And Cracion.
not steady aiming. I'm going to throw a card at this one that has bone in its pincers.
Go.
Oof. Okay. Well,
Nope.
I will move because I see them coming and I don't want to be dragged. I move around him like that. Is there room to do that? Squeeze through?
Sure, squeeze through, no problem.
Okay. Yep. And we will... I had 35. Cool. No problem. And bonus action dash to set up for when this thing wants to move back even further. So, okay.
Hit.
That's it.
Hmm. Now, normally that would be an attack of opportunity, but it can't bite you because it has Avgi in its jaws. So you're good. All right.
All right.
This thing shuffles along, and yeah, Bone, make a. This is a new one. Make a dexterity saving throw, please.
Yep. Yep. Both 17s.
Yep. So you take 17 points of acid damage. I'm just going to scurry back. Do it from about there. The other one. Roll me a d6 increase.
D6. 3.
Okay, so it's going to start chewing on you, Bone. It has advantage anyway, but yep, because it's grappled you. So it does roll a 24 to hit, and you take net 11 points of damage, and I'm taking rage into account, so it starts chewing on you. The other one swings up here, and we'll go back to Incratio and roll a d6.
Wow, 6.
Ooh.
Make a dexterity saving throw, Avgi.
Oof.
Was that advantage? Oh, buddy.
Yeah,
Take
that's
20
not good.
take 29 points
Oh,
of damage.
no.
Oof.
That's a pretty bad roll by me, though. It could have been a lot worse. 29 points of damage as it vomits acid. Oh, my goodness. Right,
Yeah, it
Avgi,
didn't update, so.
dissolving a bit. What do you do?
Yeah.
I grapple.
Well, it's not like
Oh,
he's
it's thrown,
fighting
sorry.
with any kind of self-preservation, but yeah, let's see. Seems a telepathic terror bonus action on this thing. Just mindlessly, telepathically lashing out, I think. So it must, wisdom saving throw DC 15, or become charmed like the other one.
Ah, okay, cool.
Good. So they're both charmed, and he's gonna do first a reckless attack against this thing. Let's see. Straight roll.
You can roll if you like, but it had 2 hit points left, so down it goes. And a dexterity saving throw.
Oh, yeah. Oh, shit. That's true.
At advantage.
Oh, yeah. There we go.
So you dodge all the acid, no damage, as it kind of explodes as his heartbeat stops. And you're free from the restraint. Swing over there.
Yeah,
Okay.
it's rushing for the closest enemy. Let's see. This time with advantage. Yeah.
Hits. Nice bit of lightning thrown in.
Too good. That's 13 damage.
13 damage. Okay, still up. Okay, covered a little bit in bug guts and acid as your body is slowly dissolving away. And Kracian.
Okay, this one's still frightened of you, right?
Yeah. They both are.
They both are. Oh, nice. And they have disadvantage. Okay. Well, if they can't get closer to you, let's go ahead and move up to here. And throw a card at this one since I'll get sneak on it.
Assuming you hit,
17.
which you do.
Okay.
Once again, roll
sorry,
if you like.
Bone. Watch out for the acid.
There's 7 hit points. I assume you're going to do more than that. And Bone, another dexterity saving throw at advantage.
Yeah, that's 14.
You take 2d6. I see your hit points, Evgi, or Bone. Why don't you roll 2d6 for me? And that's how much acid damage you will take.
Well, I'm still up.
All
right. I can't see your hit points, so I don't know.
I have 3 hit points.
Oh, no. Yeah, I can't see his bar at all. I didn't know he was that low. Now I see his bar.
Wow, I have to set that so it defaults to that. Alright, Incration, you kill it. Bone, or Evgi, or Chris. Roll me a d6.
Oh, let's see. Oh,
Okay. It's going to scurry away. Okay, take a moment. There's nothing to smash at the moment, Bone.
Not run! He's gonna rush a bit after it.
Sure.
That's 25.
Oh no.
Not run! He's just rushing after it.
Yep.
That's 40. I can't really... severely out of... and do you have some daggers? Yeah, I have 2 daggers. He's gonna just throw 2 daggers, just finding some random knives in his pockets and just tossing them at him.
Sure.
Yeah. That's... yeah.
Don't think you get rage damage, though. And
No.
this is-
13? Yeah,
Yep.
so...
So one dagger
Wow,
hits
so
it.
much damage. So, plus my necrotics, that's 10 damage.
4. Okay, got it. Alright, throwing John Wick style almost. Incration. Oops.
Oh my. Now I'm going after my friend Bone since he's hankering for. Trying to figure out how I want to do. Yep, guess we'll go to here. Well, I'm gonna bonus action put guidance on Bone because I can with my tricks up the sleeve. Now that we're 9th level, I can cast it as a bonus action.
Nice.
And then my action is going to be, and probably not a good idea to burn this right now. My action is to be to feed Bone a potion of greater healing, so Bone will get this much health back.
Oh, thank you.
So he gets 15 health, Bone, and I'll delete that from my inventory.
There's a Bones
Okay.
throwing daggers. Rawr! Get beside him.
Bone's throwing daggers with his mouth open. I just shoved the potion. Drink! Drink, Bone! Drink! Now go smash!
Alright. The creature burrows into the wall and disappears out of sight. Bone.
Thanks for drink. Feel better.
You're welcome, my friend. We gotta get out of here somehow. We gotta stick together.
Dig up.
If you think you can.
He's gonna try. He's gonna let his bone claws extend from his upper arms, and he's gonna start climbing just one of these cavern walls and start seeing if there's a soft spot in the top where he can get through. Just shoveling his way upward like a mole.
Okay. Well, as you attempt to... So you're trying to climb out of here, in other words? Out of the tunnel?
Oh yeah.
Oh, my camera's not on. Okay. We'll get back to that, as there's no active enemies. Let's see what your friends up north are doing.
Oh.
End up having the same as well.
Okay, topside. What are you doing?
Well,
I don't know. I'm kind of full now after snacking.
so I guess if we're not hearing, then in after some seconds, we take some rope, and I will probably go down. But we'll take, yeah,
You're taking a rock and going down? What do you
a
mean?
rope. So I will ask them to hold. Basically, we will take a rope and hold it with something, or maybe they can. The two on the top can do it, and I will descend. But after trying to communicate with them first, shouting and so on.
Well, you shout and you get no response from Bone or Incration for that matter. And so with, I guess, Vander and Orion holding the rope, you're attempting to descend into the mud?
Yeah.
Okay. So it takes a little bit of... excuse me. It's a little bit of bouncing on the mud before you find the soft spot that Incration and Bone fell down into. But you do eventually get sucked down. And after almost seemed like a amusement park ride, you arrive at a fairly solid surface underneath with the mud kind of dripping. I will say it doesn't take you terribly long, but you do find Incration and Bone. What do Incration and Bone look like? Incration and Bone?
Bug guts. And acid. Kind of melty skin.
Ooh.
And Incration's
Like a-
just trying to kind of tend to his wounds and put strips of cloth on him as he can.
Yeah,
What the hell happened?
It's looking like some mutated grilled cheese sandwich at the moment. His skin, at least, with eyes. Yeah.
A terrible image.
Well, oh, hey, Adai, you're a little late to the party here. There's about 6 big old insect bastards came down. Bone and I were separated, and they spit acid all over. I was able to dodge out the way, but unfortunately Bone caught a brunt of it.
Damn it.
I had to burn one of those potions you gave me just to make sure he'd be okay.
Well, that's the important thing. Is danger off, or should I call the others to come?
Insect, run! Coward!
Yep, what Bone said. There was one left, and it burrowed through a wall up to the northeast there, so not sure if we're safe or not.
Okay, but unless you want to walk through these tunnels, I have a rope. We can go upstairs.
Well,
Bone. Wanna learn burrow, like bug?
My fear is kind of what Bones said about the burrow. What if up top there's more of these holes and we fall through into more bugs? It might be safer to explore down here.
I use my bird to communicate with. I communicate with Coastal telepathically to kind of rely to the ones on the top that we are fine at the moment. If we are, I think I can do that if we are in 100 feet apart or something like that. I think.
You're within 100 feet, that's fine.
Yeah. Are you sure you want to explore?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know what would be best. Explore, possibly step on another hole and maybe be in their nest. So whatever you think is best, my friend.
I think one option we could consider is trying to go a little bit around the road. These creatures seem to have put a trap near the road, hoping, and in this case, they were right to get travelers. I think we try to travel at least for a couple of kilometers far away from not far away, but a little bit farther from the road. We might be okay. But we can do a quick check around if you want.
All right, sounds good to me.
So the three of you underground can make me an investigation check.
I think I'll have to dip now, guys.
Okay.
Okay. See ya.
Okay. See you.
I'll see you guys next week.
See you.
Bye.
Right, bye. So you spend a little time exploring these mud tunnels, and after about 10-15 minutes of exploring, you kind of find yourself wandering in circles. There doesn't appear to be much, and maybe look for something that's been dropped by other people who've been trapped. You do come across some corpses, but they appear to just be villages. I know nothing on them. So walking around in circles, and all you find is dead bodies.
Okay. Well, we should go upstairs. I think it's not worth it to continue here.
Takes a little bit of time, but eventually, with the help of Orion and everybody else upstairs, you pop up out of the mud funnels, looking very, very dirty. But apart from that, okay.
What took so long?
Oh, bunch of bugs, bone smash. Bone got injured.
Stings.
Come here.
So a little bit more help
Thank you. Yep.
Okay. So with the mud funnels behind you, perhaps not knowing going around it might be a good idea next time. You continue your way west to ultimately Gorso. And you come across the Azure Bridge. There's no refugees either side. But you do see something. Oh, where is he?
Bone and I are still in the cave.
Oh, no, everybody can climb out of the cave easily enough, the mud funnels.
But I think
No, I
yeah.
mean our tokens are on the cave map still.
Oh, okay. Do I do that?
Thank you.
The good news, I guess, there is nobody. The Azure Bridge just appears to be open. But you see pinned to the side of the bridge, almost crucified on the side of it, Captain Clinic Jordis, the guy responsible for this. And there's a sign that's been crudely painted and pinned above him. And it says, "Disobedience to the Queen is an act of treason."
Okay.
That's all it says.
Well, serves him right for pocketing in all this chaos. Even if it was the Hellhounds or the Queen that did it, serves that old bastard right.
I don't know if it was necessarily just all his fault. It sounds to me that he was being put in quite a situation. However, had he been any particular sin in the past, it has now come to fruition. Even so, this is quite brutal. I believe the quote-unquote queen of this land has become a little bit even more unhinged.
does he have the control rod like on his body
No.
at all, Malcolm?
No, he does not.
Okay.
Is there anybody at the bridge anymore, or is it just empty?
It's just empty. Like there was a bunch of guards here before. You don't see any guards. And you see just some poor soul just crosses the bridge, no problem. It's just a plain old open bridge now.
At least no one has to be stopped at either side.
Well, keep an eye. The queen may have minions to do her bidding in the absence of guards. So we will continue to Gorso.
See some
Wait, no,
survivors.
Malcolm. I don't know if Orion said something about it. Maybe I missed it. But we take the bodies down and we give them proper burial.
Sure. And what are you placing on his eyes? What denomination of coins? If you want to do it right, would be the way to do it.
Well, I leave that detail to Orion.
Would I know how much typically to put on there?
Platinum for kings, copper for peasants.
Since he was kind of like in the ranks and stuff like that, I'd probably put a couple of silver pieces.
Sure.
That typically marks some military of some sort.
And thankfully, it's relatively easy to bury him in the mud. I don't know, maybe not. I imagine digging a hole in mud is kind of counterproductive. Half goes in, half goes out, right? But eventually, you spend some time and you do bury Captain Clinic. In Kracion, you successfully find food for Vander. And I need a Constitution saving throw from everybody, please.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Yeah,
yes.
right.
Nice. No pressure. Who haven't we got? Evgi. Oh, no, you've already done it. So only Evgi avoids it. Or Bone. Get them
Yeah.
confused. All right. And a D20, let's say Orion.
D20.
9. Okay. So you push on along the King's Road. And something I maybe should have mentioned earlier as well. There are numerous bodies of humanoids along the King's Road. There's some of them bear wound marks as if they're attacked by someone or something, but some of them are just plain old dead, and you suspect that they've just been out in the rain for too long. So the road is it's more unusual to not see a corpse than it is to see a corpse. There are corpses lining this road the whole way. You press on. And you come to the crossroads. Sorry, my book's not working properly.
Is homeboy still there? With his little shack?
I'm just checking that. The shack is there, but he is not. Leave it be, or
I suppose. I mean, if it's not
Yep.
there, it's just a shack.
He might be going in the bathroom. Who knows?
you Wait 5 minutes, wait 10 minutes, he still does not show up. It is a very, very basic shack. Not much to it. Right.
We check around for tracks or something.
Sure, make a survival check.
Guidance?
Sorry, roll again because it's with disadvantage. Okay.
Sure.
Oh, actually, it's not that bad. And then the
D4.
D4, one second. Yeah, so that's 18.
Yeah, you look around the crossroads looking for prints, but it's next to impossible to track something. As you look back at your own footprints, and the mud just covers up your footprints as you go.
There's not much going on here. This post is abandoned. Well, not much we can do. I guess we continue to Gorso, no?
Okay. So you rest for the evening, and then you press on again. And once again, survival's advantage D4, constitution saving throws, and a die. Roll me a D20.
Have 3.
You do
20 for the survival with the guidance.
This is just enough. Nothing happens along the way, and DC 15s for con save, so.
That's why I just don't take the exhaustion off.
Yeah, it's kind of odd. It goes on and comes off. You do have a safe place to sleep at least.
Yeah, and that's good because it doesn't go farther.
Okay. Now maybe Adai might have visited Corso in his younger days back when the kingdom was at peace. And it's surrounded by a moat, and there's usually a bridge that goes over the moat. But the bridge has been destroyed, and there's a little ferry, almost like the ferry at the Brandywine River in Fellowship of the Ring. More of a platform connector or pulley systems than a ferry itself. And a man sitting there manning the ferry, and he says, "Hey, travelers, you wish to enter Gorso?"
Yes, my good man.
I assume you've come to indulge in, shall we say, the local delicacies. You don't need to be embarrassed about it. It's okay.
Where you're at, we've heard far and wide from Odinbeer about the delicacies that Gorso could offer. We thought we'd come and see for ourselves.
What flavor of delicacies are you looking for?
I'll push Vander kind of forward, make him a little bit of the front man. Oh, well, my good man Vander here, he can just explain everything we're looking for. His taste, his appetite is so hard to please.
We cater to all delicacies. Vander's not here, so Vander's not going to talk.
Oh, that's right. Vander's not here. He just left.
Bone is probably quite bundled up in his cloak to not appear as monstrous. His shoulders bulging a bit out, but yeah.
You look odd, but not unusual, not grotesquely odd with this cloak.
2 meters of very oddness.
My good man, we would love to discuss this further if maybe we could just have a drink first, a place to get out of this weather and quench our thirst. We have good coin.
Of course. Well, as you no doubt know, you need to pay the ferryman.
Ah, yes, my good man. Here, have a platinum. I give him a platinum.
Ah, you're most welcome, good sir. Please come inside. And you all jump onto the raft, and he pulls the pulley system, and you go across. And you see him add it to his coin pouch, which is full of silver pieces, and you feel like a silver piece would have gotten you in. So a platinum is a extraordinarily generous gift.
We were poor before, but now we feel rich.
And you enter in the town of Gorso. Now Gorso, so this is the broken bridge here that you've just gone across. You see whoever it was that the ferryman, he beckons you through, and 2 guards at this post nod. And you enter the town of Gorso. Now first of all, and you all make me your perception check. Yes, it is. Yes, it is, Orion.
Got the torque tingles.
You're at advantage, Bone?
Oh yeah, due to aberrant anatomy.
I'm at disadvantage, so I'm at 13.
Oh yeah,
Oh, yeah,
I do
I'm
have disadvantage. That's true.
yes.
So
Forgot about
17.
17.
Yeah.
Oh, 14.
That's not too bad. I'll say you all notice something, maybe at eyes focusing on something else, but what you notice is, like in towns like Oathbreaker, people have children, and there's a certain ratio of parents to children that you're used to. This place seems to have an overabundance of children. At a rough guess, maybe 4 children per adult. So quite large families, it seems. And furthermore, you notice something perhaps a little odd on the faces of these children. Some of them have, some of their teeth have grown to almost like a whole set of canines, the little sharp teeth you have in your mouth. They don't look vicious or nasty, just their teeth malformed and out of place. Some of their hair is odd. Some of them have like random bald patches, not just one bald patch on one child, but like 2 or 3 bald patches in different positions, giving a very strange appearance to the hair. And some of their faces are too round, and some of their faces are too long. Which is, I'll let you determine what you make of that.
Bone, I think we found a spot for you to be you, my friend.
Ah,
Okay, he's gonna just pull off his cloak a bit. Let his eye look around.
Just a second. One of these buck-eyed children sees Bone, and several other children see Bone, and they turn around and run away and scream.
It's all right, Bone. They'll settle down. I mean, look at them. They've seen worse.
Bone hide, big eye, shoulder.
No, be you, Bone.
Ah, okay.
As
His
you're
eye is just darting all about, blinking. Yeah, nasty eye sounds.
Squish, squish.
Yeah.
The other thing you notice about the town is it's dominated by this keep. There's a wall around it and 3 internal buildings that rise 3-4 stories in the air. But a man, well, a tabaxi, approaches you and he says, "Greetings to you all, and fortune soon to come. You look healthy and capable, but I notice no females among you. That is terrible. What do you do for company in the warmth of the night? Maybe you keep each other company. We cater to all tastes here.
A cat.
I prefer tabaxi, but I understand the confusion. I am definitely give the appearance of a cat.
Yes, for
Cat. And he's gonna just summon his golden lion. I have one of them left. It's been a week. Just popping out the lion. Look!
Oh, well, that is quite the beast. You understand, a tabaxi is not a cat, and a cat is not a lion. I think you assume too much, my friend.
Ah!
Our friend is well intended. Don't take him
Yes,
wrong.
he's not that well versed in the ways of the world, so he means no disrespect. He just can't tell the difference.
Of course. That's fine. No harm, no foul, as they say. But you.
Although I would warn you, maybe don't get close to him because he might try to pet.
Okay. Point
Unless you like that sort of thing.
Yeah, I mean everybody likes a good scratch behind the ears now and then.
Well, you didn't actually answer my question. What do you do on the road when you need a scratch behind the ears?
We've Oh, go ahead.
I think that's not on your business, no?
Oh, of course. Of course. What you do in the privacy of your own. I don't think bedroom is the quite right word for what you do on the road, but the things you do in the privacy of your bedroom is fine by me. We cater to all tastes here. As I said, it's a shame you have no females friend here, because the Lord certainly loves new company. But come with me. And he leads you to a place called the Flirty Nib. And I'll explain it in just a second. This is very obviously a brothel. The things to note about this particular brothel is each of the courtesans are very obviously pregnant.
Okay.
And Wildtail says, well, there are usually only one reason, or two reasons why people come to Gorso. The first is shelter from the storm, and I know it does drain the spirits so. And we have all sorts of company here, both female and male. Please make yourself at home, and I'll come back and check on you later. And Wildtail, the tabaxi, whose name happens to be Wildtail, leaves the flirty nymph.
Well, is there any other patrons here, or is it all just escorts?
These men here, everyone sitting next to a female is engaged, and it's only the barkeep over here. Everybody else is involved in a conversation. No one's there like by themselves. So there's customers, courtesans, and a barkeep.
Creation just takes a table and starts just shuffling cards like he's trying to get a card game going. He said make himself a home, so that's what he does in bars.
The rest of you?
Bone's gonna just go up to each of the people engaged in conversation and just go, hello! And then he's going to leave before they actually have or start to respond, and he goes to another table and goes, hello! And he just does that for every table.
Hi. Oh, you're gone.
Just
Hi. Okay. Yep.
hello.
Hi.
Yeah, just does that repeatedly,
Okay.
looking around with his weird shoulder eye. This remind Bone. Orgy. With brother.
Oh, wait. Who left? It was Vander, wasn't it? Sorry.
Yeah.
I got confused. So I should be there.
Yeah.
So,
I was technically at the sex party at level. Was it when we were in Owned Beer?
Oh yeah, that's right.
True. That is true.
Well, Bon, has been a long time since we have been in a tavern, but somehow I don't have good memories anymore of taverns. But this place is strange.
Yes. Woman. Fat.
No, Bon.
Chris.
Well, let's first of all, Bon, let's start from there. You should never say that to a woman. Second, they're pregnant, Bon. They are having babies. And I don't know if I have to have this conversation with you, but babies come from women.
Yes. Just think. Perhaps these women carry little ones like a little Bone, like Bone's mama.
Oh.
Do you remember your mother, Bon?
Shakes his head. Hard think. Ask Aruki.
We will. Sometimes we don't remember someone, but at least we remember the feeling. The feeling of being loved, man. Even if it was a long time ago.
Warm.
Warm, exactly.
Think warm.
Yes, that's a good feeling, a good thought. Feeling warm, protected. Even it has been a long time, man.
You're having this conversation. Person who looks like this. Very obviously a tiefling. Oh, sorry. I've been very busy. Can I get you something to drink, perhaps? We have some fine ale, some fine wine. We have quite the stockpile, even in these dreadful times. What can I get for you, good sirs?
Maybe some beer will be fine.
Beer, of course. Beer's all around. That'll be 4 silver pieces, if you'd be so kind.
Sure. Just one question, and I handle him maybe a couple of extra silver pieces.
Oh, thank you, sir.
The kids in this town, I see many and with, how to say, some deformities. Is everything okay? Well, beyond, the obvious.
I have to ask this. I wouldn't forgive myself if I was just giving out this information willy-nilly. You understand, I have responsibilities in this town. Who are you and why do you care?
Well, we're travelers. We see, trouble outside. We thought that maybe, we have a healer with us. Maybe we can help, is what I mean.
So you're travelers in these times. Well, I assume you've seen the King's Road. Those who travel don't tend to survive very long. But you've got a holy man. That's interesting. While this reign continues, as Lord Gosso reminds us, this is the will of the Queen, and she's obviously working towards a greater good. I assume some people around here would require healing? but the Lord Gorso, he is busy man, shall we say? Can you make me a
I see.
persuasion check just to see if you can?
You're asking me the best rolls always. 15.
So you're travelers and you're here to heal. I assume you're the holy man, he says, approaching Orion.
Aye, that I am. I serve the Redeemer as my key to his all power in this particular case. I've helped many people on my travels. Perhaps I can assist here as well.
Friend, you seem like a nice person. You seem full of good intentions. I would suggest you perhaps keep quiet about your faith. As you know, no doubt the Queen has banned all religions. So wearing your faith so proudly on your arm is to be admired. Maybe just tone it down a once or two.
This queen, I may need to have a discussion with her. Perhaps if she wasn't so keen on blocking such as the Redeemer, perhaps this reign wouldn't have happened.
Perhaps. But the Queen is wise. The Queen knows what she's doing.
Can I insight check him to see if he actually believes what he's saying?
Sure.
One more.
Oh, that's a good
18.
one. 18. His heart's not in it. You probably heard, once the Queen fell, various towns and townships pledged themselves loyal to the Queen. You know that the town of Gorso, and by deduction, I guess, the Lord Gorso himself has pledged allegiance to the Queen. So, you know, the town is loyal to the Queen. This particular citizen, not so much. He's definitely towing the party line.
Ryan kind of noticing this of his heritage. He kind of says out loud and boisterous. Right. Must keep the Redeemer down on the down low. My apologies. But then he'll go and lean up and whisper. But perhaps you can give us some information to alleviate your concerns. Yes?
My concerns? Says Guinness.
I can see it in your eyes. You do not believe that this is the best for your people, that you have your customers. How you say, bad for business?
Here, let me show you some of our finest ales. Come over to the bar here. I invite you to the bar, presumably for a more quiet space.
Are the rest guys? Is it just me?
I don't know.
I don't know if the others.
I also get there.
Okay. Christian,
Yeah, I'll join.
just swing you over by the bar. Evgi?
Yep.
Oh, Evgi.
Oh, he's just, yeah.
Oh, Bone.
He's just, yeah.
Why do we get Evgi and Bone confused? Who knows?
Mindlessly, yeah. He's just, mindlessly staring in the distance. He's sort of there.
He's talking to himself right now with
Yeah, he's not,
asking about his mom.
he's there, but he's not all there, so.
Roll me a D4, Evgi, Bone, Chris.
Yeah. That's a 4.
A female comes up to you. Bones' opinion, she's slightly fat. And says, "Hello, darling. Why are you sitting here all alone by yourself?"
He turns his entire upper body and looks at her with both his eye and his shoulder eye turns and squishes and looks at her. Hello?
I'm going to roll her 15 to 20 she stays. Oh, she knows her job. She says, "Oh, that is quite the appendage. That's okay. I don't mind. Are you looking for company this night, darling?"
New friend?
Oh, yes. I'll be your friend, of course. My name's Carla.
Hello, Carla.
What's your name?
Bone.
Bone? She giggles a little bit at this. Oh, so you're looking for a warm bed and company tonight? Bone?
Warm. Yes.
Of course, it'll just be a small matter of 5 gold pieces, of course.
Warm bed. Yes. He's gonna just take out his pouch of coins he has forgotten to give into the vendor and just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's gonna take out 5 gold and just hand it over. Where bed?
This way. And she holds your hand and takes you upstairs. I don't know. I'm a little uncomfortable explaining this. What does Avgi do? As she does the obvious things that I think Chris knows, but perhaps.
He's not going to. His body or he won't respond basically to it, and he's just going. But just politely shove her a bit away if she tries to get intimate. Bed warm?
It's okay. I understand. I know sometimes people can't afford when all they need is a cuddle. And she just gives you a hug and lies down with you in the bed. And it is a warm bed.
Fun said very comfortable. Yeah.
All right. All right.
Only 5 gold for a couple. That's good.
So switch back to the rest of you talking to Gaianas. I tend to bring drinks to people. The drinks don't. I tend to respond. So the quietest place in this particular establishment, the 30 Limp, is in fact where we are. And I believe you, sir, you had a question for me?
Yes, about these children. Can you tell us a little bit more?
Maybe if I take a step back, forgive the divergence, but once I explain it, I think the explanation of the children will become more obvious. Lord Gorso, the head of this town who resides in this keep, hasn't really been the same since the death of his wife, the High Lady Umissa. And some decades ago this happened too, and they say he locked himself in the keep for 3 years and would not open the door following the death of her. And no food was brought to him, no drink, no personal contact. But his servants heard strange rumblings, strange sounds in the keep, which seemed for the 3 years. So he was alive. But when he emerged, he was disheveled, he was dirty, he wasn't the man who entered, he lost a lot of weight. And he said, "I know what to do now. We need to embrace the chaos of the far side. You need to embrace the madness and the power that it brings accordingly. And he gathered all his sons. He has a bunch of daughters, but he gathered all 10 or so of his sons. And he says, the chaos must expand. The bloodline that runs in my veins must multiply again and again and again. And as a result, driven by the, I'm going to say, madness of his father and by his sons, some of his sons found his edicts too disturbing even for them, and they fled. Who knows where they are now, but good solid 3 sons and the father began to multiply the gene pool. And let's just say procreation amongst the populace is strictly forbidden except via one of the Gorsos. So you see, there's a lot of, shall we say, inbreeding in this village. This has been going on for some time, and even grandchildren, shall we say, once they're of age, of course, are bred with as well. He seems to want to spread his gene pool as far and wide as he comes. So why the children look so different? I don't know how the family tree works, but it's like they're the uncle or the nephew and the brother of their parent. It's a complicated, terrible weave. And of course, we also know that when this type of thing happens, certain mutations happen. But Lord Gorso holds a lot of sway. At the very least, our buildings are sound. It keeps us from the rain. So people are afraid, but not so afraid as they were to leave. So that, my friend, is the Gorso problem in a nutshell. The Lord has lost it and is insisting on having as many offsprings as he possibly can. This is our problem, my friends. I suggest you partake in the company if you wish. Enjoy yourself. And then, while this is normally a welcoming place, I suggest you don't dally.
I got one question for you. Does the lord of this manor wear anything on his wrists, a particular jewelry or anything? Or does one of his offspring?
His offspring tends to flaunt their wealth with necklaces and bracelets and earrings. The lord himself, though, insists on the simpler look. He just wears simple robes. I've not seen any jewelry on him whatsoever.
Maybe perhaps something like this. And Orion shows him one of the torques that's around his wrist.
No, never seen nothing like that on the lord or his offspring. But your torque is definitely sensing another torque nearby. And I'll say it's vibrating so much, you know it's somewhere in Gorso. So it's somewhere here.
So all these ladies here have been impregnated by the Gorsos.
Yes. No simpler way to put it, but yes. And I must say that if one of you were of the female persuasion, well, let's just say he's more than happy to throw gold pieces your way to spend the night with him.
So are you saying that because we are not of the female variety, probably a meeting would not be able to be arranged.
Lord Gorso is nothing else as a noble. He is very rich, and you're a holy man. You should know the answer to this. What do rich men want most of all?
Most want power.
What
At least the ones that I've come across.
and what brings them power?
Alliances.
Oh, you are not so good at this political game. It's a blessing you have me here. What rich men want more than anything else is more. More gold, more silver, more. There's the beast that can never be satisfied. What does a rich man want more than anything? To be richer, to be more, to have more gold. So if you want a meeting with Lord Gorso, you need to bring something that you can offer him. An exchange. If you have nothing to offer, then be on your way.
We have an alliance with the Caramosa family, with all of their mines and their jewels and their gold. We can offer him an alliance with the Caramosas.
Are you a Caramosa?
Myself, I am not, no, but I know of one. I am great friends with him, actually.
Did I?
Ambassador, no? Is it within the table or?
You're all sitting at the bar having a conversation, and everybody can hear everything except, I guess, Bone, who's being cuddled.
I approach the conversation. You're talking about me, no? Increation.
Well, I was trying to keep it a little secret there, but now that it's out in the open, yes, fine sir, meet the last remaining member alive of the Caramosa family, inheritor of the mines of wealth.
Is that true, friend? You are a Caramosa, the last known survivor?
I don't know if in the last known survival, but definitely I'm still alive.
Well, and what could you offer the king? And where does the Caramosas stand, if you forgive me asking? Do they pledge allegiance to the queen, or are they diametrically opposed to her rule?
Who I'm talking with first?
My name is Giannis, and I survive here, and I live and I thrive under the protection of both Lord Gorso and Queen Athena. Long may she reign.
Before you answer, Adai, when we were in the castle, we did hear the queen having meetings with a Gorso, and then we skipped it but never was able to go back to it. So,
no, I mean I already made my mind on certain things, but long she reign.
Indeed. So what can the Caramosas offer the Gorsos?
You are a man serving beer behind a bar. Not sure that it's any of your business.
Oops. I was merely trying to facilitate a meeting between yourselves and the king. Oh, well, not the king, the lord.
Well, I didn't know you can do that, but if you can arrange that, seems like a quite important task for someone who is working in here.
No one knows more than a barkeep. I am quite well connected.
So I'm trying to be cocky, like it kind of portray a little bit how my brothers behave.
Sure. Just a second. And with that, Giannis, he leaves the floating nymph, And he returns back 5 minutes later. So if there's something you wish to say before he arrives back, feel free to do so.
Would just for Bone.
Is Giannis all the time in front of us, or we have some private time?
Well, he's gone to talk to the Lord to try and arrange a meeting.
Okay.
So you have a private space.
When I get close to Incretion and I whisper to him, well, I've seen enough of this town to think that maybe it's time to make another great house vacant.
Another great house? What do you mean?
What I mean is that the Gorso, maybe it's time to remove the Lord Gorso from his castle.
Oh, I completely agree. I was running a con. That's
I
catch
know,
up, my
I know.
friend. You got to think on your feet with me now.
I know. It was a long time since I had a beer, so I heard my name and I kind of jumped.
Oh, fair enough. I understand. Yes, this town definitely is in need of some, I'll say it real quietly in his ear, liberation.
Yes. He is demonstrating some of the foregoings and the downfalls of that theocracy that people seem to be wary of. He craves power, and once he has it, he'll only want more, and begins to do unspeakable things. I wonder, looking around at all the ladies and stuff, that what other unspeakable things he is doing. It is quite odd that he was able to survive 3 years without food. It is quite a feat.
Would we be having like this conversation and relaxing for like an hour for like a short rest?
Nope. He's going to come back in 5 minutes, he said, so 5 minutes.
No, I just meant the whole time we've been here. Would it have been a short rest?
Bone, yes.
That's all I was trying to fish for, because Bone got the most injured in our bug battle. I was trying for Bone.
Oh, but you've long rested along the way since then.
Oh, we did.
yeah.
Yeah.
I
We love
missed that
rested. Everybody's free at full.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. Giannis comes back and he says, the Lord has agreed to a meeting. He wishes to show you something, though. Please meet him at the stables. And it gives you general directions on how to get to the stables.
Okay.
I'll, for his generosity and setting up the meeting, I will give him 1 electrum.
Which is 5 silver.
5 silver.
Please. Oh, thank you very much. And you head over to the stables?
Yeah. I'm going to, in our way, cast a protection against evil on Bone.
Okay.
And I whisper to the others, be careful in case this is a trap, which most likely is.
I'll precast guidance on myself then.
Sure. And protection from good and evil against
Goes
Bone.
to Bone.
Bone. Okay. So you walk across town and you come to, oops.
A bar.
Yep. Come to these stables. Now, a couple of things I'll note. Here is Lord Gorso. Notice he's a bit disheveled. You see despite his immense wealth, you can see his tattered robes. But he walks with confidence, and I'm going to start on this a bit of a theatre of the mind. I'm not going to worry so much about coin. But Lord Gorso has a very seriously armoured guy. Seems to be his personal bodyguard protecting him, along with a number of more rank and file soldiers. And he also walks with these 3 people, 2 males and 2 females. And as this conversation progresses, it becomes very obvious that these are these three children. There's three children. And as you approach, he says, "Oh, which one's Adai? I need to talk to Adai. Which one is Adai?"
That should be me.
Come here, Adai. Let me show you something. Adai, come here. Oh, did you fetch Bone?
Yes, definitely fetched bone.
Oh. Yeah, there's two of Adai's tokens as well.
I'll get out of the other Adai. All right.
I approach him. Yep, I go there.
So, to save me dragging tokens around, he's always surrounded by his serious bodyguard and his other ones. And you can't, if you wanted to shake his hand, there'd be people in the way. So that's how paranoid we are. Have you ever seen something as magnificent as this, Adai? Not even gold would acquire me this. And you see here, there's a very, very injured-looking unicorn. It's got cuts all over its body, and perhaps the most grotesque thing at all, its horn has been cut off. Have you ever seen something quite as magnificent as this, Adai? As I said, gold and money could not buy this, but let's just say I have contacts that made such a thing possible.
What happened with the horn?
He holds up something that looks like it was built around a unicorn. Oh, I built this with it. And this, this is it. This is everything I was looking for, everything I wanted.
The horn of a unicorn.
Oh, yes, much, much powerful. And we were just experimenting now, and we think there's power in the mane, power in the tail, and power in the skin as well, yes. But the problem is you've got to keep the unicorn alive, and that's the delicate balance. And you see that the unicorn is alive, but would prefer to be dead. It's just terrible, terrible condition. Tell me, do you know anything about animals? Do you know a way we could raise its spirits? I hear the unicorn is happy and willing to give me these sacrifices, and the sacrifices will be so much more powerful.
Well, I feel that creatures like that can gain power when we sacrifice ourselves. Did you try to cut something from yourself?
You talking about?
The animal?
Since I'm not cutting up myself, the beast is a tool that must be used, and I'll exploit it as much as I can. You've got it completely backwards. Are you sure
you don't understand me. If you cut yourself, you may the creature may get some magic that you can later on harvest.
Oh, so feed the creature with blood, is that what you're saying?
Yeah, and I think, and really pissed off at the moment. Maybe I can help you, Yuan.
I don't know, I got this. And he calls over one of his soldiers, cuts him viciously with a knife. Soldier loses 4 hit points, and he holds out his hand and kind of drips it on the wounds.
No, it's not enough. I think you have to go for the whole piece.
It's off his hand. Guy screams in pain. Blood starts gushing off onto the guy and just soaks the unicorn in blood. Ah, yes, you are a genius, my good friend. And the guy is still alive, but screaming in agony with only one hand.
I look to Incretion and I get close to him. And I look to Incretion
you can't.
Sorry. I look. It's okay. No, it's okay. I look to Incretion and I say, "Should we show him how it's done?"
Oh yes. Shall I step forward, Adai?
Yep.
Lord Gorso, if you'd be so kind, may I show you how it's done with this man right here?
Quite frankly, I don't think he's got any more blood to give. And the guy just passes out of blood loss and dies.
I think he meant the other one. Yeah.
Yes, I meant the other one. If you have another guard for me to make an example, not an example of, but show you.
No, I think the experiment has shown what it's done. I mean, The creature is covered in blood.
It needs to be a whole thing. I think Grecian knows how to do it.
Whole thing? What do you mean? There's only
Yeah,
so much blood.
he
in the
will
bottle.
he will show you what I mean. I'm not really good with words.
Yes,
think
I have a
this-
way to, for sure, lift the unicorn's spirit, so it will realize that it is in a happy place, and there is worse outcomes for it.
No funny business.
No, no funny business. I just need one of your guards as a willing participant.
Oh, God. Oh, what are they participating for? They can't volunteer for something that they don't know what it is. What are you planning
You're
to
just
do?
going to... I'm planning to boost the spirits of your unicorn. You just have to
Speaking-
trust.
No, I have no trust in you. I do not know you from a packet of peas. I do not trust you. Why would I trust you? I mean, Adai at least is a somebody. You're just a fucking nobody. I don't trust you.
Yeah, but
Oh, I am not the
Lord-
nobody indeed.
Lord-
Okay, I'll speak in your terms. 100 gold.
Oh. Perhaps you are from the noble things. Make a persuasion check at advantage.
It'd be
Pressure.
straight since I have the exhausted.
Who's exhausted? Incration and who else?
Bonus, I think.
Orion.
Oh my goodness, everybody's. Orion
At the 29.
I'm not. I'm
and
good.
Bone.
That's good. That's a good
Where's
roll.
Bone?
Oh, I put him.
Oh, I don't
There.
think Bone put himself on the
Oh,
map.
I
There
see
he is.
that. Okay, cool. 29. So that was disadvantage, but straight because you bribed him?
You said advantage, but I had disadvantage, so yeah, straight.
Yeah, yeah. My Nemo, catch a Gorso by the toe. If he squeals, let him go. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. You! What? No! Not me, sir. Are you disappearing, contradicting an order from your lord? Approach that man. Okay. Hi.
Hello there, Mr. Unicorn or Miss Unicorn, whatever you are. If your spirits don't raise, this is the fate that awaits you. A fate far worse than death. You've been chosen, young one. Revel in the glory, knowing that you shall boost the spirits of the unicorn. Steady aim, throw the card, and send him to hell.
Maybe.
That was totally
definitely send
unnecessary.
him to hell with a natural 20.
Roll damage because it's fun.
Yes, it's fun. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. 1, 2, plus 5. 40.
Yeah. He goes to hell.
And then you see the demonic hands come up, grab his soul as his soul starts screaming, "No! No! No!" You see, Mr. Lord Gorso, like I said, there is a fate far worse than death.
I see. And you wish to threaten the unicorn like this?
Well, I think I just did when I showed what could have become of his soul.
The unicorn looks up forlornly at this display, and not sure if horses can do this, but this unicorn is going to do this. Here it starts streaming from its eyes as this creature is sent to hell, and it's been obviously abused, and it's now covered in blood.
Perhaps I can be of assistance. If it won't necessarily go with a threat, maybe I can speak to it and find out what it wants. Also, I can heal, keeping it a little bit alive a little longer.
Trust me, we have some expert here that keep things just alive enough. Healing is not
Wait.
required.
Who is the expert?
Oh,
Is
we
he
have,
or-
we have many horse handlers, And you see behind him there's a whole stable of horses. And if you glanced in, they're all in relatively good health. We have many expert horse handlers. It's a unicorn without a horn. It's just a horse, right? So, yes, we've got this. No problem. So no healing, please. It's more fun this way.
I look at Bone, and I guess Bone can see my face that I about to rage. Probably you see that more like not like a person, like a wild creature that is kind of transforming in anger. And I look to Lord Gorso. I don't know whether a unicorn without a horn is a horse, but let's figure out what is a lord without a head. Yeah. And I guess we have to roll initiative.
We do. And the guards are on edge,
Roll
as
for
is
initiative.
Lord Gorse. And as he's just gesturing wildly, you see no torque on his wrist. So we'll just put that out there.
Mm-hmm.
All right. All right. So
I mean, at least we got two guards dead for free, basically.
Yeah.
So you did.
Yeah.
So Lord Gorse, so I should be able to do that. No. There we go. 19 for the Lord. Herondar. 17. Good. And we'll do all the remaining guards. Gonna reposition those guards as their sole focus in life is to protect their lord, so they'll be more like this. This guy is just dead, so we'll remove him. And his 3 children. Alright, so
Does the daughter look pregnant too? Just FYI.
no.
Or maybe a daughter. I may be a daughter-in-law. I don't know.
No. Oh, and look, Lord Gorso goes first. Excellent. Oh, this is crazy. And crazy is just how I like it. You need to embrace madness. Madness is everything in this world. I'm gonna check the specifics of this. No, I won't do that. It's gotta cast a spell. Spell that requires concentration.
Which I'm gonna counter a spell.
A counter spell?
Yes. Do I know which spell is casting?
Make an Arcana check.
16.
You're not sure, but you know he's trying to summon something. Could be a demon, it could be animals, could be any one of a number of things. But you know it's a conjuration.
Yeah, this could be many levels. I'm gonna like normal counter spell.
Okay. It's above 3rd level. So roll a d20 and add your spell casting modifier onto it.
So that's counter spell. And when I counter a spell, energy makes a barrier around me.
Is your modifier intelligence that you cast with?
Huh?
What's your modifier you use to cast with?
They rolled a 19,
Intelligence.
so
Yeah, I'm about to say that's
okay.
pretty good. For
Yeah,
just
so I'm
roll.
sure I
I
counter
was making
spell
sure
it.
it wasn't a 10th level. That's why I was wondering what his modifier
No,
was.
I mean, it's with 19 plus 3, I'm sure
There we go.
I
There we go.
counter.
22.
So this is why I say that the barrier forms around me.
Yeah, you counterspell as your counterspell.
Okay.
Does Vander have counterspell to counterspell the counterspell?
He's already used his reaction, so no. To cast
Vander did?
counterspell. No, who
I don't think Vander has.
I don't think Vander has counterspell. I haven't seen him use
Okay,
it
okay.
before.
Okay. Well, at least
I also
you've
had
got...
to silent spell.
Yeah, I was debating it because...
I actually have subtle spell and I didn't use it. I'm stupid. Okay, that's fine.
that would be a good way to avoid counterspell.
I actually have it for these things, but I forgot. That's okay.
A new creature appears on it, seeming to grow from the mud and the earth around it. And... it should be able to roll into initiative. So grow, whoops. Wow, everybody rolled really well. Okay, let me just get this guy set up. So you should be able to see the hit points and for my reference. Yes, that's right. Raise from the ground and defend your lord. The very soul of the earth is mine. Everything you see is mine. Everything is mine to control. And he takes a step back. Orion.
You shall pay for what you did to that creature, as well as this town. Now cower in fear of the true guardians. As I'll cast Spirit Guardians.
Hmm.
Oh, you can't counter that. Oh no, he has us
He used-
resurrection back.
he's-
Yeah. Counter spell.
I counter spell his counter spell
Ah!
with subtle spell.
No, you don't
No,
have
no,
your
it's subtle
reaction
because
back.
he's using his reaction.
no,
I
that's
don't use
true.
subtle
Yeah.
spell.
No, he used Counterspell on his turn.
No,
So he
but
didn't
he
have
recovers. He recovers his reaction at the end of his turn.
I thought he used his reaction on his turn. It ends for the next turn.
This was wait, the
Because he cast his spell, so it was his turn. So it usually resets
true.
on his turn.
yeah, so
It's at the beginning of the turn, no? When
Yeah, usually at the beginning turn where
Yeah,
it resets.
It only resets at the start of the next turn, so he hasn't had his next turn yet, so his reaction's burned.
I start, you're right. Yeah.
another one to the start of your next turn. But he started
Yes.
his turn.
No,
Right,
but he started.
He started his turn, he cast his spell and used his reaction, so he doesn't have his
Ah.
reaction back
Yeah.
yet. It's
You're
not
right.
the start of his
You're
next turn.
right.
And he
Spirit
also doesn't have
Guardians.
shield, which
Yep.
is gonna be
Yep.
interesting.
Yeah, but 5th level.
Ooh,
Good.
Okay.
Ooh, my. We going in there.
Okay. Yep. Up goes Spirit Guardians. We'll see if Lord Gorso is in there or not. But Orion, yeah, you cast it.
Yep, and I'm going to take a step up right in front of these guards right here. There we go. Yep, right there.
Okay, so nothing technically happens yet, but now it does.
Oh, I will say bonus action.
Sure.
Starry form, dragon form.
Ooh.
Good.
Yeah.
Keeping that concentration up.
Yes.
Guard needs to make a wisdom saving throw. Throws an 18, so I think that's half damage. So roll half damage for your Spirit Guardians. It's 5th level. Yeeks.
Yeah. 5th level guardians. See if that rolls the right damage type, I guess.
Yikes.
I think it's shredded by the Spirit Guardians. Here and Dar. Yeah, I know he's going to survive.
My
This
dex is +5 if I would go before him, if it matters.
Yeah, his got a pretty good dex too, so we'll just leave it at like this. But he needs to make a wisdom saving throw. Oh, +2, 21, so he's going to take 12 points of damage. And you hear Lord Gorso as his spirits go around him. Here and you know what to do. Yes, my lord. He swings right next to Orion. And... got this massive greatsword in his hand. And he gets ready and swings it at Orion. Boom. Dirty 20, Orion?
It hits.
Okay, so the first one cuts deeply into you, takes 7 points of slashing damage, and a constitution saving throw. That's terrible damage. Almost minimum.
He cannot fail, I think.
Yeah, I basically go to a 10 every time.
His dragon
That's
form.
part of my dragon form.
Okay, so he needs to do at least 22 points of damage in a single hit for it to matter. Okay.
Yeah, pretty much.
And even then, it's unlikely.
I think it's actually like 28 because I have to, in order to roll a nat 1 would be essentially a pass.
I guess I'll just have to kill you then. Another mighty swing! Hi.
Natural 20!
Because that's a natural 20 for 20 points of damage. But no saving throw, of course. As Hirondar just cuts into him. Incretia.
All right. Creation's gonna. Oh no, not that.
Oh, sorry. At the end of your turn, at the end of Hirondar's turn, Lord Gorso is going to take a legendary action.
Actually, I forgot I had something, actually.
Sure.
When he first hit me,
Yep.
I'm going to use my reaction with the torque and give myself resistance.
Oh, okay. Well, you took, 7 and then 27. So I guess give yourself 13 hit points back.
Okay.
Okay, cool. At the end of Hirondar's turn, I forgot to do this, but I'm going to do it now. It's going to cast a spell. And you see not one Lord Gorso, but you see 4 Lord Gorsos as he casts the mirror image. Now it's your turn, Incretia.
Okay. Thank you, because that stopped me from doing what I was going to do. So I'll stay put. I'll go ahead and steady aim, and we'll slice a card across the face of Hirondar. 21.
21 would normally hit, but he uses a reaction to do parry on himself to increase his armor class by 2, and that's a miss.
Okay. Well, it's his reaction. So if
Oh, well.
Orion wants to step away, he's good on that. Okay, that's my turn.
Okay, alright. Now steady aim, so that is necessarily your turn. I think he's going to use his last legendary action. No, he doesn't want to do that. He's just going to Eldritch Blast Orion. First one is a 24 and then a 27. Which I assume
Both hit.
And that does a total of 22 force damage, and I don't think the torque saves you from
Nope.
that, does it? Yeah, so 22
No,
force
unfortunately
damage.
not.
As he cackles wildly, its Eldritch Blast escape from his wrists. Acantha, his daughter, is going to target Orion. I know I'm picking on you, Orion, but it just makes sense for them to do this. With magic
understand.
missiles for 44 plus 4 damage. Let's just cast it at second level. 16. The guard needs to make a wisdom saving throw. What was it, 10? And he gets shredded. Down he goes. These guards really need to start making these saves. This guard here was...
Does it matter if they make the save? Because it shows they have 11 and half would still be 12. Just to save you some time.
All right. Yeah, same again. Gonna fire some magic missiles at Orion as Orion is shredding everybody. At 12 points of damage.
Yep.
And a guard.
I'm still holding on. Glad I used my reaction on that thing earlier because I'd be down if it wasn't.
Screams of all the guards just getting shredded.
And these dragon warriors are just like impaling every single one of these and slinging them around.
Okay, so all the guards just get shredded, and Avgi finally get a chance to smash, perhaps? You don't want to smash.
Not out front. It's gonna bonus action rage and recklessly attack this Herondar with his great axe of lightning. Oh yes.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Let's see the damage.
Yes, I'll roll the second hit just to see if I can just hit with that dude. No, so it's just the one crits. That's gonna be, see, 3d12 plus. Let's see, 2d4. No, it's 3d4 due to barbarian, I think. And yeah, plus 6. So that's 28 plus 3, that's 31. 31 points of damage.
Massive hit on the chief guard for Lord Gorso, but he takes it.
Ah,
You see blood
Puny.
from the wound. You got cut through the plate armor and cut some artery or something. He's bleeding profusely, but he's still standing.
Let's see, do I want to move?
Yeah, just run away, freak.
No, he's going to stay there. I think it's for the best.
Okay, no more legendary actions. Adai.
I get an attack of opportunity.
He'll swing his great sword at you, and he rolls a 16.
Wait, no, he used his reaction for his to do his shield thing on my
That's
turn.
true.
His reaction's burned.
Well,
Okay,
he misses.
then
He
nothing.
misses anyway.
Okay. Then I look with anger to Corso, but I realize my friend is about to fall. So I put my hand on your shoulder, Orion, and I start bleeding from my eyes. It has a life transfer at level 4. What a bad roll. Damn it. Okay, so you get healed 20 hit points. And I
Hey,
get
better
10%.
than nothing.
Yeah, but
Extremely
they
bad
could
roll.
Yeah, for a level 4, that's rough.
It's a really bad one, but okay.
Oh, no,
It's
you
okay.
rolled it.
And then I use quick spell for casting Booming Blade on him.
Cool.
Let me just do that properly. That should be a 21 to hit.
Does it hit one of his mirror images?
Okay.
So with 3 duplicates, you must
Roll a
you want-
d20, no?
d20, and you want it between a 1 and a 5. Yeah, you hit one of his duplicates.
That's
The
good.
duplicate does go away.
Yeah. And that's my turn, yes.
Take him down, my children. He has already shredded the guards. We simply cannot have this.
Oh, there went the HP you just got.
Yeah.
Wow,
There we
max
go.
damage.
It's totally
Oh,
the
wow.
opposite.
I see you talking, Malcolm, but your mic went out.
If I can survive this encounter, I know where I'm going next.
I'm really angry with this shitty hidden draw.
In a row. 4.
Check.
55, and then you think like again.
No, I see your mouth moving. Is that better, Malcolm? But no volume.
Like 6.5, 1.7.
Oh, now you got volume.
Yeah.
Now you got volume.
I mean, it's around 0.3%, I think, which is not that low. I mean,
I know you're solo with the kids too, Malcolm. Did we want to freeze it here because it's time for you to grab? Yeah. Yep.
yeah.
Xenos turn next.
Yeah, he just makes mid now.
Elemental then.
Elemental's turn.
Yeah. See what happens.